It's sometimes difficult, the same as a gambling. You spend this money, you want to get something, you get angry, you get aggressive, you want to get something out of that, but nothing will. And especially this happening with the guys who are talking to the very young ladies and who are much older. Like when the age gap is coming to 25, 30 and even more years, that is really sad, because that is like kind of like their last hope. You will end up completely broke.
So it seems that a lot of you guys out there are already meeting Ukrainian women online through particular types of websites. And the reason that we know this is because we are having a lot, like it's almost unfathomable how many, do you like that word?
No.
Unfathomable. How many guys are calling us over the last probably, I'd say maybe 6 weeks to 2 months, of how many guys are writing to a girl online that they've been writing to for some time, that they've never met, or maybe they've done a video call with them, they got the company set one up with them or whatever, and how much money is being spent. Now, we don't like doing videos about this type of, we call it like letter writing, even though it's not really letters. Some people refer to it as PPL, which is like pay per letter, where it's websites that they have names like, I don't know, a Ukrainian woman's name, Olga Brides, Victoria Brides, or something, just some tacky name, right? And if you Google like that Ukrainian woman, you'll be bombarded with them with ads. And if you ever click on one, you'll never see the end of those ads, okay? That's a warning. So basically it's a service that you can sign up for, which you think is a dating site, but it is not. And you end up writing to what you believe are these women, beautiful women, stunning. I mean, the ones these days, my God, you would never guess that AI was making these boobs so gigantic. And so men are writing to those things and they're spending so much money on it. It is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, like way more than it would cost for them just to use us to meet a real woman. And over the last 2 months, of the guys that we've spoken to, so many of them, it's got to be well in excess of $100,000. Well in excess.
Yeah, and I have a great explanation of why this is happening, and it's like exactly a term of like 6 to 8 weeks, when it's like October, November, and it will get even worse. So I've been working in this industry for 15 years, and unfortunately, or maybe good, as it is my experience, when I started, I was working as a translator at this letter writing website. A lot of companies, big companies, not gonna name it, it doesn't really matter, but like I know exactly how it works. And winter were always the season that we as interpreters were always waiting a lot, because it was time when we got like double, triple like salary. Why? Because it's cold, it's less work for the guys, and it's lonely. And so the guys are thinking, well, I sit in my great house, I will just open the website and I will write to some Maria in Ukraine. And she's so desperate and she needs me so much that, I will write her every single day, send her pictures, and we'll spend a lot of money on that. And so that was perfect opportunity for bad agencies to make a lot of money. And that's why 6 weeks is a period when the guys already started, and then it will continue to, unfortunately, December, January, February, until it will get warmer, the guys will get busier, and etc. Or they call us. And so this video, we not really want to speak a lot about like how this website works, and it's all fake. We hope that you guys understand it, and if you don't, you're welcome to give us a call and we will explain you in depth exactly your situation, because some situation getting honestly very ridiculous. I'm thinking about one particular one that, one guy was talking, many guys, every third call that we have now that are the guy who is doing the letter writing, it was strikers say about the amount of money that they spend is ridiculous. But one of the guys, he been like so much belief that he's talking to this lady. He said that he has her Facebook. When we opened that Facebook, her pictures were photoshopped like to places. So it was just like somebody's picture that we found, like it just from stock image photo. And so her picture, her like body was implemented on a picture that, for example, she's staying, sitting in her room, or maybe she's staying at the office, or she's like, it was so obvious, but he didn't want to see that. And this video more is about the, it's about what to do in this case, right? Like how the guy's feeling, and what is actually happening with them when they're spending this time, when they're spending this money with all these ladies. And it's very difficult to get off that, because it's almost like a drug addiction.
Well, it's, we used to have a service actually back in Ukraine. I don't think we did it in Spain, where, we offered a service where we would track down the girl that you are writing to, okay? And sometimes it was easy, sometimes it was difficult, but most of the time we figured out who she was. And so when we had to have a call with the guy and say, hey, look, this is what we found out. She's here, here, here. Here's a photo of her with her boyfriend, whatever. The emotions that the guy goes through are exactly the same as if she was breaking up with him, right? And we had one guy, he almost like he was crying. And, you know, we used to be kind of quite harsh in it. And I changed my tone a little bit after that, where I was saying, look, it's fake. Here she is here. Look, here she is here. Blah, 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 blah. And then, like, he was just devastated. And so we stopped doing it because there was never any good results. There was never once was it real. Never. You know, even now when we occasionally do them, it's never real. So the guy invests so much into it, and he has this very strong cognitive bias that she is real. And so even when you present information, like this is clearly a fake passport that she's showing you.
Or the visa, or like even like tickets, you know, it's like, it's so obvious, but guys are like blind.
No, it's because, you know, you have this bias that you're looking for things for it to be real as opposed to looking for things for it to be fake. You'll always find what you're looking for, right? Especially in a situation like that. And so it's very, very difficult to get out of it. And it's also very difficult to go back and say, look, I know that you're not real and blah, blah, blah. I've spoken to the Deliverance Striker, which we say don't do. And they'll say, no, they're the ones, you know, whoever's told you it's fake, I am real or whatever. But the reality is that you have no idea who you're speaking to. Even if you've done a video call, like some of the guys go, oh, I've had a video call, so she's real. Okay, so that person is real, okay? But that's all we know, that person that you've spoken to is real. But that doesn't mean that you're in a relationship with that person or that person is writing these letters, okay? So, and it's called PPL, like pay per letter, you know, and you buy like credits, right, on some of them, using like your credit card. But it's really, I call it PFA, which is you're paying for attention. That's all you're doing. You're paying for attention from someone on the other side. And if you want to look at a photo and go, it's definitely going to be her, it has to be her. And, you know, there are so many times I've heard this where it's like, it can't be fake because she just tells me so much about her life and blah, blah, blah. And they say it can't be a scam. And I say this to them. I say, it is a scam because if you knew that it was definitely a scam, it wouldn't be a scam. A scam is tricking you, right? Yeah. And that's what not even a good scam, but a scam tricks someone. So you can't say it's not a scam because I know it's not a scam. No, that just means that it's a better scam than if it was a bad scam.
Obvious, yeah.
And the way that these work, like some of these websites are so bad. You know, there's the classic scams. You know, it's like she's trying to get out of the country, but they won't let her out because she's going to get a fine because of her ex-husband's blah blah blah, and the immigration won't let her out, and she needs $2,000. It's all the same stories, right? And then she'll provide documents why she can't get out, right? And the guy goes, well, it's got to be real. Like, look at these documents that says that she's owing this money. It's like this scam has been run so many times. It's been refined so well that, put it this way, okay? So if they're running the scam with like 20 guys in a month. Whoever started the first scam did it once. And then when it got to that stage, the guy said, well, hang on, show me a document. And they've gone, I don't have a document. Okay, make a document. So they have a document. Then he gets to the next stage. Okay, I need a passport. I don't have a passport. Okay, get a passport. So they have all of the phases ready to trick the guy, right? And guys invest so much money, they're sending money and all that sort of stuff. And sometimes even no matter how much we say, hey, look, this is what's happening, they just go straight back to it. And they just think, no, it has to be real. They want it to be real. You know, it's also, you know, the sunk cost fallacy. I've already spent 20 grand. I can't stop now. I don't want to lose my money. It's like gamblers, you know. They spend 50 grand at the casino. They can't just walk away. They think, well, I must be ready for a big win. They think that the 50 grand that they've spent has something to do with the money that it's going to help them to win money in the future.
That is the main point of this video, as for me, because like explaining that it is all scam, it's really pointless, because if you're willing to believe that this is not scam, I mean, no matter what we're gonna say, like, you would still doing that until the moment that you will stop. A lot of guys calling us to understand that and to hear other unbiased opinion, because when the guys are calling us, it's not that we say, oh, don't forget about this, come with us. It's not about that at all. It's more about just like stop doing it for yourself. And this is what Striker is saying about sunk cost fallacy exactly happening, because guys sitting there always, like we always say about amount of money that they spend, and unfortunately we always get the feeling that the guys are not 100% honest about that.
I think it's half. They say half.
So because we do guys who said the real one because they want to believe believe in that and they're investing in it as a real relationship. We even have a guy who spent like 25,000 like just in a short period of time because she asked him to buy her stuff and then she said that the stuff was stolen and she needs a second set of this phone and computer. And so what is interesting is that, of course, because there is a translator who writing a letter, and not only the girl wants to have computer and phone, like, but the interpreter as well. So there's unfortunately so many dirty tricks that I can speak hours about. And again, I'm not proud of that, you know, I used to be part of that, but at least it helped me and give me 100% confidence in ability to tell you right now what is going on, how it is going on, and what you should do to step away from that. It's sometimes difficult, the same as gambling. You spend this money, you want to get something, you get angry, you get aggressive, you want to get something out of that, but nothing will. Like the best win for you is just stand up and go either away or like to another direction, to the place where you're actually going to meet the lady. Depends on your interest. And especially this happening with the guys who are talking to the very young ladies and who are much older. Like when the age gap is coming to 25, 30 and even more years, that is really sad, because that is like kind of like their last hope. You know, they think that, you know, this lady, like, she's just telling me that I'm a good man, and I am a good man. You know, you need to be a little bit more realistic and really take off the pink glasses, because you will end up completely broke and heartbroken as well.
Yeah, and you know, I was looking at one of the larger websites recently, remember, and it was the photos are like, they look like AI photos, or they've definitely been altered with AI, right? So if they're altering the photos, how do you know that the correspondence is not AI as well? And you think, well, we can't do that yet. I bought some clothes recently online, and I messaged them. I sent them an email, and I asked them something about the shipping. I can't remember what it was. And I got when I checked my emails, like, I don't know, 10 minutes later, I had an email back. It was written out, they told me all about it, and they answered my question. And then I emailed them back straight away, and another email come back like less than a minute. And it was written, answered everything. I thought, this is an AI that I'm talking to. So I asked it if it was an AI, and asked it another question, and then it emailed me back the answer, but it didn't answer anything about the AI. But then I guess the owner of the shop, whatever, emailed me like a day later and said, what did you think about the AI thing? Did it, you know, basically did it fool you? And the answer is yes, it did. If there was more of a gap between when I sent the email and the email came back, I never would have guessed that I was speaking to an AI that was emailing me back. So you don't even know if you've been speaking to a real person. And if you think about how ridiculous this is in 2024, that you're going to a website to pay money to speak to someone, could be a dude who's just writing on behalf of a woman, why would anybody need to do that anyway? And if you look at the fine print on some of these websites, it kind of says, you know, you're sort of, it's for entertainment purposes only. So the thing is that a lot of guys do that because they think it's an easy way to meet a Ukrainian woman. But it's actually no way to meet a Ukrainian woman at all. So the only way to do it is a little bit difficult. There are some hurdles you have to go through. There are some things that you have to learn. You have to actually do this properly and commit to it. This is not, okay, I'll just spend like $10 here and $20 here, $50. Next thing you know, you're up 1,000, down 1,000, whatever. So I just wanted to just throw this out there. And hopefully like some guys who are writing online who you think, my one is real. I know everyone else gets scammed, my one is real. No, you are also getting sucked into this. It's been around for years. I can't even believe it's even a real thing.
And even like this winter seasoning, like it's happening again. And that is very sad. So guys, get out of there. And if you want to date a real woman, talk in person directly to this lady and come travel to Europe within like 2, 3, 4 months. You're welcome. Book a strategy call with us and we will help you to get out of there and get into
a relationship.
In the relationship.
Yeah.
Good luck. See you.